Everyone, please rise.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephen Zweig, and I'm the Dean of the School of Medicine, and I'm delighted that you could all be here today. And welcome all of you, friends and family who have come as well. This is a tremendous opportunity for us to celebrate the graduates of 2021 of the MU School of Medicine. It's a year that none of us will forget. Not only were important ceremonies like this one interrupted, but communities were dramatically changed. They were changed by the illness and even death caused by the viral pandemic and by the changes in our social lives that we all experienced to help to limit the spread of the disease. Our physicians, nurses, medical students, and health system stood up to the task by providing expert care to our patients and helping to guide our community in terms of this pandemic. And while the experience of our medical students was totally disrupted, they too contributed in ways that were possible. And you, graduates, have worked hard to get to this place. You've struggled and studied and demonstrated the learning and skills that afford you a degree in medicine. And you will, just like all of the classes before you, go on to become physicians. You will struggle and learn more during your training and then go into practice. But you will never really be alone, and you will never stop learning. Your class faculty members and your experience, what you learned here will help shape you as a unique and powerful force for healing, for reducing suffering, for investigating disease, and for teaching others who come after you. This really is a great day. You've earned your degree. Enjoy the celebrations of the day. Well done. Keep in touch, and we'll be here for you. And we'll now have the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may all sit down. We're pleased to have the Missouri campus, and we have some pre-recorded words of welcome from the president, as well as from the president of the Board of Curators, Daryl Chapman, Robin Winokur, who's a member of the Board of Curators and president of the MU Alumni Association, and Provost Latha Ramchand. So please watch with us.
It is my sincere pleasure to congratulate our graduates on behalf of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. I also want to recognize the parents, family members, and friends who have supported our students along this remarkable journey. The foundational support, endless sacrifices, and unwavering encouragement that you have provided were essential for this success. Thank you. Graduates, it took a lot of hard work to get here. I believe that education is the strongest path to becoming a leader. Going forward, your accomplishments will be a direct reflection of your hard work here. You have so much to be proud of, and we are proud of you. You leave this university with much more than a degree. You leave prepared for success and will have opportunities to make a lasting impact. Never stop chasing your dreams. Today, you join a network of successful alumni that represent our 4 public research universities. Always remember you're tied to your alma mater. Stay connected with your classmates and lend a hand to guide those who follow you. Again, on behalf of the entire Board of Curators, congratulations. We all look forward to seeing what you do next. Represent Missouri well.
Congratulations, Tigers. I am so proud of you. Your resilience, your commitment to excellence, and your positive approach to life were tested like never before. And you've shown incredible strength and grace through it all. I'm sure that I speak for all of us when I say that you would not be here without the support of your family and friends and the incredible faculty and staff. So this day is their celebration as well. And graduates, with the perspectives that you gained over the past 14 months, you will look at life much differently. But don't fear to tread. Instead, explore the breadth and depth of what this life has to offer. And don't become jaded. Instead, continue to be amazed at the wonders of life. In closing, thank you for allowing Mizzou to be an important foundation in your growth as an individual. We'll see you at Homecoming 2021. MIZ.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it. You earned your degree, you crossed the finish line. And you earned your degree not just in your major, but you specialized in what I call life skills. You learned the value of resilience. You learned to persevere, and you learned to live through every day of last year. And for that, we're all so proud of you, so proud of you. Our faculty, our alumni, our staff, we all know that for that reason, you will be hugely successful no matter where you go, no matter what you do. And that's what it means to be a true Tiger. So class of 2021, hearty congratulations, MIZ.
Hello, Tigers. I'm Robin Winokur, president of the Mizzou Alumni Association. On behalf of the MAA Board of Directors and on behalf of the more than 340,000 alumni, congratulations. You are now part of a remarkable network of diverse and accomplished alumni across the globe. We have all shared the many moments and traditions that make being a Tiger so special. From Tiger Walk to Homecoming and more, our Mizzou experiences are what connect us across generations. Today, though, it's all about what's next, and the Mizzou Alumni Association will be with you every step of the way. Our chapters and alumni are an important part of your community, and we will always be there for you. Whether you're finding your way in a new place or creating new friendships close to home, your Mizzou family is never far away. You are graduates of the University of Missouri, the flagship university of this state and one of the great public institutions in the world. The challenge for you now is to take this education and make your community and our world better. Congratulations, graduates. We are proud to welcome you to the Mizzou alumni family.
Thanks, President Choi, for your remarks and being here today. And I'd like to now invite Executive Vice Chancellor of Health Affairs, Dr. Richard Barron, who wanted to speak to our graduates.
Thanks, Dean Zweig. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rick Barron, and I am the Executive Vice Chancellor for Health Affairs at MU. I'm also the Executive Director of the Next Gen Precision Health Institute. I want to welcome you all to the 2021 School of Medicine commencement ceremony. So please pause and look around you, look around the auditorium. You're next to the people and attending your medical school graduation in person. And after a difficult year that left everyone questioning what the future would bring. Because far we have come. The world is vastly different from when you first entered medical school, but medicine is resilient. And you are resilient to this entire. But I believe that because of this, you will be more responsive and dedicated caregivers. I mentioned that one of my roles is also the Executive Director for the Next Gen Precision Health Initiative. A key part of the coming into the graduation ceremony today. This facility opens in October, and it will play a crucial role in MU's future as a transformational leader in improving health. The Next Gen building will take advantage of our long-standing culture of multidisciplinary research and will integrate bench-to-bedside medical research under one roof. What the Next Gen initiative reminds us is that we have three primary missions here. One is that we train the next generation of healthcare providers. Hence, we are at this graduation today for you. We also serve our patients and our community. And finally, we discover new paths to health through research. So in conclusion, I am so pleased that you have completed your training and become physicians in this amazing university environment here at MU. As you remember what it took to get here today, please enjoy the moment. Congratulations, class of 2021.
So peer selection certainly is one of the most special honors given. And we're now going to hear from Aaron Borning, who was chosen by his classmates to speak and to welcome you today. Aaron?
Thank you, Dr. Zweig. Good afternoon, everyone. To the friends and family of the graduates, I want to welcome you to this momentous, albeit non-traditional ceremony. And to my classmates, I want to say, sup guys. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I feel as though I've aged at least 12 years over the course of medical school, while also feeling as though it was just yesterday that we were in block 1, week 1, choosing our objectives, the very realistic objectives of anemia and pregnancy. I could yell. How's this? I'll yell. Okay. Thank you. For those of you who feel that your telomeres have taken a beating over these last 4 years, I'm here to remind you that your any acquired wrinkles and my receding hairline might be signs that we've done something worthwhile. Through these years, I've seen each of you invest your soul into your education. to have it then knocked around a bit, but ultimately to overcome. You all have so much to be proud of. You educated your classmates in PBL week after week. You helped provide care to uninsured patients in mid-Missouri. And several of you even somehow managed to raise children and puppies and begin new relationships. I'm honored that you all voted to have me speak here today. In an effort to stay very on brand, I promise that in order to earn the privilege of being up here, I more or less tortured myself to find the right words to share with you all. I ultimately decided that, while I'm unable to proclaim much in terms of sage wisdom, unless it is how to best sell items on Facebook Marketplace, what I can do is share a message in which I genuinely believe. Being one of your health and wellness representatives, there was one message in particular that I decided I wanted to emphasize today. And that is, please do your best to take care of yourselves during this next stage of training. Residency is going to be hard. We are going to traverse a mental health landscape fraught with valleys and obstacles to well-being. There will very likely be moments where you cannot fathom how you would choose this career again if you could go back in time, where the barriers to joy and to your aspirations feel insurmountable. I want to remind you that these moments are normal, but they should not be permanent. In each difficult moment in residency, it will be easy to believe that our feelings of frustration and resentment are a proper and inevitable response. I encourage each of you all to remember in every moment that you are enough, and the most you can do is enough. When you have a slip-up, when you succumb to the very human imperfections that we all share, remember that it is your response that demonstrates your character. It is your response that will communicate to those around you that you are a person they want in their life. During the hard times, when you notice your grip on gratitude and warmth towards others slipping, I encourage you to simply notice the thoughts dragging you down and do your best to drop them and begin again. It is a sad reality that many of us are leaving medical school less empathetic, less idealistic, and more burnout than when we started to continue during residency. I want to encourage each of you, the first time you notice the system incentivizing you to let your aspirations, incentivizing you to let go of what your aspirations can be. Note it. Note the contrast between your ideals and your reality. Choose to resist to bolster your soul. If you don't, the humdrum of an imperfect system might convince you that lesser goals are all that is attainable. Keep your inner fire alive. My mother would kill me if I didn't take a moment to thank the people behind the scenes who have worked so hard to get us to this point. First, thank you to the family and friends who have tolerated the absurd path that is medical education, for letting us practice listening to your heart sounds, for tolerating our asking you if you've scheduled that colonoscopy, and for supporting our journey, no matter where a computer algorithm destines us to go next. I also want to take a moment to thank those who often go unrecognized and underappreciated. The Sim Center staff, the OME staff, scrub techs, nurses, and everyone else who gave us their patience as we fumbled our way to physicianhood. To my classmates, thank you for the hours you spent preparing your PBL presentations, for being a shoulder to lean on in the tough times, and for leading by example. I am better for having met each of you. 4 years ago, when I was finishing undergraduate, I was less than enthusiastic about attending my graduation. Waking up today, however, I was excited to come here. The difference, I believe, is that I feel genuinely and irrevocably connected to you all. Congratulations to each of you on everything this degree represents. Each of you are indispensable human beings and will be such valuable members of your future communities and to your patients. If you'll entertain me, I'd like to leave you all with a little challenge. As I walk off this stage and we transition to the next speaker, take a moment to think of someone who has been instrumental in helping you get to this point. A mentor, a friend, a parent, a teacher. Tonight or tomorrow, I encourage you to take 2 minutes, thank them for the role they've played in your life. It can mean more to them than you might realize. I look forward to seeing each of you handle your future trials and triumphs with grace and intention. Now let's go out and give our very best and to show the world and ourselves what we are capable of.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for your encouragement to your students and thanks of your family, and all of you could see the kind of support that our students get from the Dean's office, Dr. Young-Walker, saving the tech day. So today really does mark a special accomplishment for each of you graduates, and you have much to be proud. But as Aaron suggested, you didn't make it this far on your own. I dare say that all of you would not be here if it weren't for the love and encouragement, support, and financial assistance, and cheerleading of others. And so today's joys and tears and fulfillment are to be shared. So I would like you to turn and rise and face your family and friends and take a moment to acknowledge those who love, care, and in all manner have supported you and were instrumental in bringing you here today. I'd like you to meet leaders in the Dean's office who are responsible for this fantastic educational program. And some of them most of them are seated in front. I'll start off by introducing Dr. Michael Hosokawa, Senior Associate Dean for Education. Perhaps each of you will stand until we're done introducing. Dr. Lane Young-Walker, the Associate Dean for Student Programs. Dr. Kevin Kane, Associate Dean for Educational Improvement. Dr. Kathleen Quinn, Associate Dean for Rural Programs. Dr. Henderson Kelly, who is the Associate Dean for Diversity and Inclusion. And Dr. David Haustein, Associate Dean for the Springfield Clinical Campus. Thank you all very, very much.
Our invited commencement speaker today is Dr. Elizabeth Mombatsi. Dr. Mombatsi earned her undergraduate degree in economics and allied health with a minor in math and chemistry from Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. She earned her medical degree from the University of Iowa in Iowa City. She then returned to Mid-Missouri for her urologic residency here at Mizzou and went on to complete a fellowship in pediatric urology at the University of Oklahoma in Oklahoma City. She is an assistant professor in the Department of Surgery, Division of Urology. Dr. Mombatsi is our only pediatric urologist here at the Mizzou and for the Mid-Missouri region. In 2020, she was named the Young Urologist of the Year. This award is presented annually to 9 urologists from different regions who have been in practice for 10 years or less. Dr. Mombatsi is the medical director for the urologic clinics and the chair of our School of Medicine Faculty Affairs Council. It gives me great pleasure to welcome, and I want you to join me in welcoming Dr. Mombatsi, the graduating class of 2021's choice for their commencement speaker.
Dean Walker. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for selecting me to be part of this momentous occasion with your families and friends. It's a great honor to be here. I'm so used to the mask, sorry, I'm forgetting to take it out. I'm here today to welcome you into the next phase of your career we call medicine, and what I'll describe today as the Magnificent Mile. Congratulations, class of 2021. Great job, well done. It's hilarious when you think about it. Some of us thought college was hard. Attaining knowledge from medical school is tantamount to drinking water from a broken fire hydrant. Now you get a brief pause until you start residency. Enjoy the few weeks off. What a journey these past 4 years were. What a great start to this magnificent mile. from a pandemic to social unrest, fueled by hatred and racism. Thank you for engaging us in discussion that's uncomfortable, sometimes topics and issues that we didn't want to really talk about. But you pushed us to have those conversations, so thank you. Look back at what you may have described as a calling on your first day of medical school to now the end of your medical school training. How fast time flies when you're having fun. I like to call it when you're living the dream. Go get what fulfills you, what drives you. Do not extinguish that silent trigger to make a positive difference in others' lives, your patients, your friends, students, neighbors, and colleagues. You first need to be the change you want to see in others. Always pause before uttering what feels good to say. You might regret it. Be quick to encourage, to elevate, to empower, to have positive influence, and slow to give a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, how easy it is to make amends than to stir up dissension. We're just mere mortals, only humans that have been wonderfully created. Yet, do not think of yourselves more than you ought to, lest you get humbled. Look around you, your classmates. Remember, we're all caretakers in charge of this one patient body. All the body parts, the specialists, the journalists, we all ought to work in perfect concert for that body to thrive. Always pause to treat colleagues with respect, no matter how stressful the situation you may be in. What you end up specializing in does not make you more or less superior than your other colleagues. Be always ready to educate someone who may not know a lot about your career, so patients can have the best care. Be it in research, education, or direct patient care, be collaborative. Find common grounds to make significant process changes. You are the future of the profession. I'm proud to see all the hungry, yearning medical student or young student doctors in front of me today, and knowing that the tradition is being bestowed upon a very capable class. Please pause at the door of every patient encounter, take a deep breath, and be ready to have a new experience. Totally different human, so much to learn from. Enjoy whatever they are going on in their lives that is positive, and empathize with their shortcomings or the seemingly impossible mountains they may be climbing during that encounter. You will realize there's so much to be thankful for. It's a magnificent mall. Every person you pass by has something unique to enrich your life with. Just pause to recognize that in this overly commercialized business we call healthcare, the clients are human lives. There are milestones outlined for your residency trainings. Being good stewards of our resources will be part and parcel of your training. Do not forget, there's a price for everything. Nothing is entirely free. Bottom line, we have limited resources that need judicious use. So be cognizant of your management strategies and engage in finding efficient ways to run our healthcare enterprise. Lean into all your talents after you unleash them. I'm still trying to figure out all of mine. Lead right where you are, especially if it will lead to improving how we deliver healthcare. Always seek to improve the workplace culture you belong to, as the system will only succeed when we treat each other with respect, the highest degree of professionalism, and unleash everyone's talent on the team. A servant leader who is open to seeing the uniqueness of all the team members truly makes a sustainable impact wherever they go. And that's what we've seen in you. Be reflective of your actions and find something outside of your career that gives true meaning to life. Your brain is going to be constantly on as you perform selfless acts to improve the lives of your patients and those around you. You will need to daily renew your spirits and inner strength so as to not lose yourself in all of this. Have fun in and outside of work. The magnificent mile does have an end, so do enjoy the process of learning and serving others. So when you look back at the end, you can see you led a life that was well fulfilled. We truly privileged and honored to be part of our patients' lives. It can be extremely taxing, but it is a calling. You are truly the best team to take over this next baton. Do not allow your minds to be clouded by the enormous amount of bureaucracy you endure in the process of caring for your patients and learners. Else you miss the cloud of blessings around you that you need to be thankful for. Do not let this extremely fulfilling career we call medicine go by without taking the time to enjoy the tiny moments of success and opportunities to learn from your encounters. Play ignorant to the outward differences you may first notice between you and your patient. And watch all the mutual benefits unfold. Your patients will get better merely due to the trust that can be built from this kind of relationship. This is an approach to the patient encounter that genuinely treats them as humans, not by what we anticipate their dressing, their religion, or economic status. This is the only interaction that breeds the healthy relationship we need in order to gain the trust and compliance from our patients, the one that revolutionizes healthcare delivery and research in our society. Now, let me brag about other amazing accomplishments I'd like to ascribe to your class. You've made us so proud in lots of ways. You've sought to unite us in the way that we treat each other here at the School of Medicine, and how to break barriers to improve access to care, especially in the midst of pandemic. You have truly taught us how to practice in a humanistic way. Go do the same, and do not extinguish that fire inside each and every one of you. In the midst of a pandemic with uncertainties regarding education, your resiliency was one of a kind. Thank you. Do not neglect the bigger things that brings deeper and true meaning to your life, your families, your partners, and friends. As you find ways to renew your spirit daily, be considerate and stay connected with them. Remember, just like you pause at the patient's door, proud to engage in a meaningful encounter, pause right before your door at home as well, and say to yourself, I'm going to my family or friends to create a loving and peaceful home. Leave the worrying and stress from work at the door, and go enjoy your besties. Not long ago, I was in your shoes, excited and yet apprehensive. Will I treat all my patients with respect? Will I fall in a rut and complain about situations I cannot change? Will I be able to empower others around me and always look to create a collaborative and respectful culture with my teams? Well, little did I know that the fire hydrant experience in medical school laid a solid foundation for me to thrive in residency, no matter how hard it got. As my father's mantra goes, hard work breaks no bones, so you just gotta keep going. Go live the dream. Sometimes it can be a nightmare, but always remember it's just a dream. Even if it's a nightmare, it'll be over. Usually short-lived, but may feel rather long at times. Take a deep breath in and say, this too shall pass. How can I get my spirit renewed for the next patient encounter or the next research? It's a magnificent mile, so much to learn along the way. Pleasant attitudes toward all the encounters along the way empowers all parties involved. Patients get better, families feel encouraged, and your well-being naturally improves as you strive to realize this radical idea of elevating others to be better than what you could ever achieve for yourself. That is our true calling, the most fulfilling act of service we can give in this career. Be the ones to be concerned about the matters of your training programs, your community, your hospitals, society, country, and the world beyond with active participation. Indeed, the Mizzou Med experience is best realized beyond these walls by the appropriate embodiment of the School of Medicine values. So live to your potential, and remember that in today's world, equity, integrity, responsibility, and respect are not just words. They are etched into you, and all you have to do is remember them every moment of your life. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot always change the circumstances, but certainly you can change yourself along this magnificent mile. All the best. I'm so happy for you, and thank you for sharing your life with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Momboatsi. You truly are a talented and committed physician, teacher, and leader, and we appreciate your insights and advice. So the public commonly thinks of the Hippocratic Oath at medical student graduations. However, for many years here at the University of Missouri, our students have chosen the Oath of Geneva to recite at the time of their graduation. And so because of this solemn moment, I'm going to ask the students, stage guests, and audience to rise as they are able as I administer the Oath of Geneva to the class of 2021. And the students will repeat after me. At the time of being admitted as a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patients will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the death of my patient. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights, civil liberties, even under threat. And I will make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you. You may all be seated. Now I'd like to ask Dr. Michael Hosokawa, Senior Associate Dean for Education, to come to the podium and to lead the next important part of our ceremony.
Thank you, Dr. Zweig. We're nearing the time at which each graduate will be recognized. One by one, members of the class of 2021 will be called to the stage to receive their Doctor of Medicine diploma. Wearing a hood as part of the academic regalia signifies achievement of the doctoral degree. The color of the velvet outside the hood represents the degree the wearer has earned, in this case, green for medicine. In addition, the silk inside the lining shows the colors of the school from which the wearer has received the degree. Class of 2021 are wearing hoods with black and gold lining. Each year, the graduating class honors members of the faculty by electing them as investiture marshals to assist in the donning of the doctoral hoods. It is a true honor to be selected as an investiture marshal. Due to restrictions, we're not able to hood graduates during the ceremony, but we do want to recognize the investiture marshals, and they will be assisting in the distribution of diplomas. It is my privilege to introduce the investiture marshals for the class of 2021. Please stand when I call your name. Dr. Nathan Buki. Dr. Buki is Associate Professor with the Department of Child Health and Division Chief of the General Academic Pediatrics. Dr. Buki received his MD degree from the University of Missouri School of Medicine in 2000, and then went on to complete his pediatric residency here at MU. Dr. Buki has been in medical education and a leader for many years with admissions and student programs and a medical student advisor. He has also been very active in our curriculum as a preceptor and facilitator. Dr. Buki is a faculty counselor for the MU Gamma chapter of the Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society. Next is Dr. Raghav Govindarajan from the Department of Neurology, affectionately known as Dr. G. Dr. G received his MD degree from Bangalore Medical College in India, completed his neurology residency at the Cleveland Clinic in Florida, and his neuromuscular fellowship at Washington University in St. Louis. Dr. G has received numerous teaching awards, and in 2016 received the Association of American Medical Colleges Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. He has also received the National Golden Apple Award for Teaching Excellence from our MU American Medical Student Association, and has twice received the Medical Student Affairs Council Excellence in Education Most Outstanding Clinical Educator. Dr. G is the faculty advisor for MU's chapter of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The third investiture marshal given this honor this year is myself. I've been at the MU School of Medicine for 47 years, and 25 of those as a dean. I have received this honor from graduating classes a few times, and I have to confess that each time it brings a tear or two or three. Thank you, class of 2021. As members of the class of 2021 receive their doctoral diplomas, families, friends, and well-wishers are encouraged to help make this a memorable moment. So, are you ready, class of 2021? Then let's go. Family members, friends, and well-wishers, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the School of Medicine, it is my privilege to present to you the members of the class of 2021.
Hamza Ahmed. Ryan Aiken. Go ahead. Stand. Tori D. Applegren. Jacob Bailey. Charles Ballman. Catherine Ellen Bernal. Anthony Bitar.
Ann Blankenship. Michael Branham. Daniel Bristow. Maggie Campbell. Taylor Casey.
Clarence Chu. Andrew Clark. Michelle Felicia D'Alessandro. James Percy Daniels. Sankith Jayesh Desai. Rahul Day. Brittany Danielle Deaneda.
Jessica Duran. Samantha Deeroff. Bradley William Emmerich. Miranda Eubank. Kevin Feltz. Michael P. Flom. Candice Foliati.
Leslie Forgway. Nicole Jean Formhouse. Maria Kathleen Gentry Enders. Catherine Gloss. Joshua Gregory Griner. Eric Alexander Grisham. Lauren Michelle Gunderson.
Michael P. Haggerty. Zara Hyder. Allison Hall. David Hannibal. Shelby Michael Harris. Jacob Hartwig. Marin Lark Heller.
Jeffrey William Holloway. Kirsty Holterman. Sarah Jasmine Hushmand. Ting Ting Hua. Kit Nguyen. Michael Johnson. Nicole Elizabeth Kagan.
Jessica Noel Kawaji. Ezekiel James Kapushiak. Sarah Z. Khan. Joshua T. King. Kelsey Ray Nabi. Liga A. Kreitner. Michael Scott Lasky.
Lauren Elizabeth Lester. Victoria Evelyn Lingard. Catherine Ann Lowry. Shannon Luke. Alec Michael Maglione. Joseph Mancuso.
Jashraj Singh Marjara. Levi Marshall. Natalie Nicole Miller. Elizabeth Ann Moody. Lauren Michelle Friedman Moley. William Reddington Moritz. Mary Jean Murphy.
Michael Everett Nance. Hung Tan Nguyen. Isabel Michaela Perez Niviera. Eliza K. Owens. Ebony Naila Page Phillips. Chakrapani Pathikanda. Genevieve Pentecost.
Savannah Marie Pounds. Priyanka M. Prabhu. Bilal Omar Quadri. John William Rains. Ramya Swaminathan Ramadas. Catherine Marie Rodriguez. Natalie Evelyn Rodriguez.
Monty L. Roper. Adam Harris Rosenfeld. Taylor R. Ross. Joseph Michael Rund. Jacob W. Sanders. Blake D. Serzin. Ashley M. Schaefer.
Matthew David Schuver. Morgan Lynn Seibert. Lucy Doyle Sheehan. Cord W. Shehai. Daniel Y. Shu. Shivangi Singh. Nick Smith.
James Tadashi Stander. John Patrick Taff. Jason David Tegatoff. Daniel Thompson Jr. Christopher A. Tipton. Michael J. Turco. Alana Vogt.
Chance Walker. Kristen Ann Warnicki. Aaron William Warning. Rachel Elizabeth Watson.
Christopher Yang. Amanda Nicole Zand. Bradford Paul Zitch. As President of the MU System and Chancellor of the University of Missouri-Columbia, President Choi, please come forward to confer their degrees on the School of Medicine, class of 2021. Everyone, please rise.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here. So on behalf of the faculty, through their recommendations, as well as by the authority vested in me by the University of Missouri Board of Curators, I hereby with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, everyone. So yesterday, the School of Medicine held its honors and awards convocation. And because of the limited opportunities for gathering, families were not invited and many people attended virtually. It is our tradition to reserve for commencement some very special awards that I will now announce. And so the first is the Dean's Award for Outstanding Achievement in Academic and Clinical Proficiency. And this award is given to the student with the best academic and clinical record throughout medical school. And this year, the award goes to Nicolin Ozorowski. And Dr. Ozorowski is not here today, but we'll make sure she gets her award and hope she's watching. Congratulations, Nicolin. The next award is the Holt Leadership Award, which is provided by two alumni of the School of Medicine, Dr. Richard and Jean Holt. And this award is presented to the graduating student who best exemplifies the moral, ethical, and leadership traits and has served as a peer role model, served in a leadership role in student organizations, and provided service to the School of Medicine beyond and above the call. And this award is chosen by Drs. Jean and Richard Holt from a list provided by the Faculty Awards and Scholarship Committee. In this year, two individuals will receive this award. Dr. Ramya Ramadas and Dr. Joshua Greiner. Please come forward. The next award is the Student Leadership Award, presented to a member of the graduating class selected by a vote of his or her classmates. And the following criteria are used: evidence of leadership qualities, peer acceptance as a leader in professional activities, a student who is a doer, one who characteristically assumes leadership in the formal day-to-day activities of the student community. And this year, the award goes to Dr. Ramya Ramadas. Oh, you guys got to stay here. Don't go far. Okay. I'd like to particularly thank all of the student medicine staff for their assistance on today's events and for all the support they've provided for the last 4 years for this incredible group of graduates. To close our ceremony, the class of 2021 has chosen Drs. Ramadas and Greiner to talk to you. So we'll welcome them back. Do you both need to talk at the same time? No. Are you doing in sequence? Okay. Oh, yes, please. Please, everyone, sit down.
Thank you, Dean Zweig. Good afternoon, fellow graduates, family, friends, faculty, staff, and all those joining us virtually. My name is Joshua Greiner.
And I'm Ramya Ramadas. We wanted to start off by saying how honored we are to be selected by you to speak at commencement.
We were slightly shocked to see that you wanted to hear more words from us, the two most frequent flyers in your email inbox over the past 4 years. But now that we have you all here in the same room, we would like to remind you to please fill out that brief survey that we sent last week.
Not now, Josh. Regardless, we are happy to be here with all of our classmates and faculty in person, particularly because we don't have to worry about Dr. Young-Walker joining the Zoom call while driving or cooking for her family.
We would like to begin by addressing the various people in the room and on the live stream. Firstly, the physicians, educators, faculty, and staff that have run the show over the past 4 years. Thank you for your commitment to our education, your investment in our futures, and your trust in us as we smoothly and effortlessly breezed through the curriculum.
What Josh meant to say is thanks for holding our hands and guiding us as we bumbled around in short white coats trying to make sense of this thing called medicine. To the family, friends, and other guests, we owe a debt of gratitude to those of you always in our corner. For me here today, my amma, my appa, my paati, and nabalathathukku nandri, perima, peripa, my friends, and my family, my chitti, my chittappa, my attes, and cousins watching from home.
For me, my mom, sister, my brother-in-law, and all of my friends, family, and mentors streaming from home. Your patience with us as we devoted much of our time to studying and learning was a silent sacrifice of time that hasn't gone unnoticed. Your unwavering support, encouragement, and belief in us has pushed us when our belief in ourselves has faltered.
You've indulged us with smiles and nods when we've spent too long talking about ulcers when all you asked about was how much ibuprofen to take for your headache. For all the ways that you've contributed to our journeys and made us who we are today, thank you. And finally, to the students.
Correction, Dr. Ramadas. These are newly minted doctors.
Oh my gosh, that's right. To our esteemed. To our esteemed colleagues, when thinking about this speech, we wanted to celebrate who we are as a class and the experiences we've had together. Our class has had many first experiences, several that the classes before us have also had, but numerous that are unique to our cohort. So, we wanted to reflect on these firsts as we start our next chapter.
The first is the big one, our first impression of the class as a whole. I personally remember sitting in the flat classroom sometime during the first few weeks. It was just after we had gotten a scathing lesson from Dr. Wilden about the importance of punctuality. I think you all know the one I'm talking about. I remember looking around at everyone, and I felt so intimidated. I was surrounded by brilliant, charismatic people that likely knew so much more than me. Now that I really know you, no, just kidding. I can truly say that my assessment of everyone was accurate. You are brilliant, and you are charismatic, but you're also kind, passionate, driven, strong, and so much more. Looking at you now, mostly because of the mask, but also because I know you, it's hard to feel intimidation. We've grown alongside you, learned with you, watched you get engaged, married, have children, present research at national conferences, hold leadership positions in national organizations, tackle inequity in the community, and we've been by your side as we all become literal, living, breathing doctors. What I first experienced as intimidation can only now be described as inspiration.
Another first I remember is the first time we had the privilege to put on the white coat. The pride I felt with this symbol of knowledge and compassion on my shoulders was palpable. I remember the first time wearing the white coat to see a SIM and an ACE patient, recognizing the emotions that the white coat represented, and the emotions that it could evoke in our patients, like security or fear, and how this represented an immeasurable responsibility I had to my patients and colleagues. Receiving our white coat was validation of our journeys, our challenges, and our life experiences that led to that point. Now, contrast that sharply with the collective experience of fourth year. Picture a haggard medical student, me, scrounging around in their car trunk trying to find their wrinkled, tea-stained white coat and throwing it on just in time to be 2 minutes late to the OSCE.
Which, as we all know, in Sim Center time means 13 minutes early rather than 15 minutes early. But the list of firsts goes on and on. We were the first full class size at Mizzou Med.
The first class to be fully functional at the PCCLC, and thus the first class to dub it the pickle.
The first Mizzou class to utilize ExamSoft computerized testing, meaning we were also the first class to attack Dr. Kane with questions like, and I quote, "The paper tests had 200 questions, so we will be getting 200 pages of scratch paper, right?" We were the first class to send a full cohort of students to the Springfield Clinical Campus.
The first ones to officially brand ourselves as co-presidents rather than presidents of our respective campuses.
Because hashtag one school, two campuses, right? We were also the first class to spend a majority of our clinical training in a global pandemic. The first to be removed from clinicals, restricted from doing away rotations, to experience virtual interviews, and to select our rank lists without ever visiting our future training sites. Even so, I'd say we've done a damn good job. Looking at you now, I see a group of amazing doctors ready to take on a whole new adventure. But part of that means stepping into a healthcare system that is flawed and finding ways to improve it.
This past year, COVID-19 has again exposed the health inequities in our country, which exist because the systems we have built are not made for everyone. At the time we drafted this speech, approximately 584,000 people in the United States have died from COVID-19 a little over the year after the pandemic started. And across the world, lower income and more populous countries like India are having excruciating outbreaks due to lack of infrastructure and vaccine apartheid. In the US, COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are more likely to be in Black and brown communities. And of course, we were once again exposed to the racism that is woven into the fabric of this country, to a system that kills, imprisons, and dehumanizes Black and Indigenous people at disproportionate rates, that values the lives of Black and brown Americans less, that tolerates blatant examples of white supremacy, that detains asylum seekers and allows for children to be separated from their parents, that allows for people of Asian descent to be treated like a virus, a system that our patients, colleagues, and friends have been telling us time and again that still exists and impacts them.
So, yeah. So, with that said, moving forward, our class will also face things that are not necessarily firsts. We enter this system with privilege and with power. We are a part of this system. We must acknowledge that racism, sexism, homophobia and transphobia, xenophobia, ableism, and many other prejudices negatively impact the lives of our patients in and outside of the healthcare setting. But simply recognizing the problem isn't enough. We must also actively challenge the oppressive nature of the medical system to which we contribute and the resulting injustices that our patients and colleagues endure. It isn't the responsibility of those being victimized by unjust systems to challenge the status quo, but it's on all of us to truly center health equity, understand our patients' intersectional identities, and champion social justice in all that we do. Fellow graduates, we are about to take a big step. And while this is a big transition for us, in this case, we're not the first to take this step. The path through residency and beyond was walked by many doctors before us, and now it's our turn. Remember the values that we all learned here together. always be patient-centered, trust your team, admit when you don't have the answer. Beyond that, though, we also challenge you to make change in a healthcare system that desperately craves it.
As you interns, we will undoubtedly experience a multitude of first emotions like we did in medical school. We will probably constantly be thinking, am I good enough? What the hell is going on? And I definitely need a nap. For times like this in our collective new shared experiences, I hope you know that included in your support system is your medical school family, including Josh and me. We know that as you start intern year, you will be the fiercest champions for your patients and colleagues, and for that, we are grateful. It has been an honor to serve as your co-presidents, and so we'll be signing out for the last time right now as Rash. Dr. Greiner and I are incredibly proud to call all of you friends, colleagues, and now fellow physicians.
During orientation as a class, we composed 16 statements that framed the kinds of physicians that we wanted to be. As we wrap up this final milestone of our medical school career, we'll leave you with just 3 of them.
I want to be a physician that recognizes injustice and works to be a part of the solution.
I want to be a physician that rises to the occasion to do what is right, even if it is not convenient.
I want to be a physician that is able to recognize larger structural problems in healthcare and is motivated to be an agent of change. And so, with all of that being said, congratulations, class of 2021. Let's go be doctors.
Thank you, co-presidents, Doctors Ramadas and Greiner, for reminding us of the heady responsibilities that we now all share. I'm happy that all of you could be with us today. This concludes our School of Medicine commencement ceremony for 2021. Graduates, please leave the floor via the entrance you came in. And guests, please exit the Hearn Center and then meet and celebrate with your graduates outside. And we have another graduation coming up in just a few minutes, so move as quickly as one can, but be very careful on the stairs. Congratulations, everyone.